Good evening, everyone. My name is Julia Labusch, and welcome to the premiere of Every Single Moment. This is not the opening night I had planned when I first wrote this play in the summer of 2019. Life is a funny way of ruining things, but I am so grateful to have access to the resources I need to pull this off despite everything. The play you are about to see is inspired by the classic plot structures and characters of Commedia dell'arte, one of the earliest and most influential forms of Italian Renaissance theater. You can find more information in the program, which you will find in the description of this video. I was inspired to take these old stories and characters that we've seen thousands of times before and turn them into something new to show that these stories can still tell us something important about our world thousands of years later. I have to give a massive shout out to Lee Casper and my wonderful cast of actors. These people have put so much time and effort into helping me share this story. I hope that one day soon I'll be able to thank you all in person. Your work means more to me than you will ever know. Without further ado, please enjoy Every Single Moment.
Lights up on Isidoro alone in his room.
Father, I have something to tell you. No, that was too serious. Hey, Dad? Ew, no. Shit. Okay. Get yourself together. You'll be fine. Shit. Father, I wasn't going to tell you this, but I think you should know because I love you. And I know that you love me too. Oh, well, that's where you've lost him.
Isidoro!
Father! Scared me.
Yeah, we have to go soon. Are you packed?
I'm almost ready.
There's something I need to tell you before we leave.
What is it?
Now, I know you don't like talking about this, but I think I found the perfect girl for you.
Oh, do we really have to do this now?
Well, it just so happens that you'll be seeing her today, so yes.
Who is it?
Brigitte.
Brigitte. You mean Brigitte Gaito, the servant girl? Why do you want me to marry her?
Why wouldn't I? She's a lovely girl.
You're the one who's always introducing me to noble ladies or merchants' daughters. If I marry Brigitte, you wouldn't get much out of it.
Do you really think money is all that matters to me?
Yes.
Well, this should be proof enough that that is not true. Come along now.
Lights up on Serafino.
My dearest, I am no poet, but believe me when I tell you how my heart nearly burst from my chest when I was told I would see you again this summer. Mine too.
Are you ready, Serafino? What have you got there?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's nothing. It's just a note.
Serafino,
What do you care? It's just a note.
then you should have no problem letting me read it. You are impossible sometimes.
She looks him over and starts trying to fix his hair. He waves her hand away.
Mother,
What? I want you to look your best for Gisela.
Gisela.
Of course.
You're not trying to set me up with Gisela, are you?
So what if I am?
That makes no sense. You usually try and match me with more of my class.
Perfecta facci sensu admi. Now come along before we miss the boat.
Lights up on Maliziosa, Gisela, Brigida, and Gustavo standing outside of Alifio's estate. Maliziosa and Gisela are sitting on the edge of a lavish fountain outside the manor.
Do you have to play that thing now?
Well, I suppose I don't have to.
Well, then don't.
Why are you so worked up? You're usually so much friendlier in the morning.
Alifio will be here any minute. Everything has to be perfect for when the visitors arrive, including you.
Well, then I guess our guests are going to be mighty disappointed.
He's just nervous. Keep playing, Mally.
He's here.
Brigida quickly grabs the ukulele out of Maliziosa's hands.
Brigida! You can have it back when you've been good.
Do you need help, sir?
When I want your help, I'll ask for it.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. I trust that everything is in order for our guests.
Yes, sir.
Good. My friends will likely be weary from their travels. I'd like for us to have lunch promptly at noon so they can have time to settle and unpack. Gustavo, you will take their luggage up to their rooms.
Yes, sir.
Maliziosa, you will assist him when he inevitably trips and falls bringing the bags upstairs.
Yes, sir.
And please try not to make a fool of yourself while you're at it.
I'll try my best, sir, but no promises. Making a fool of myself happens to be my specialty. Tough crowd.
Gisela, I know you will be seeing your parents, but please show some restraint. You still have a job to do.
Of course, sir.
My
always.
sister and I will be on our best behavior, sir.
Very good. I believe that's everything.
The sound of wheels and hooves on a gravel path is heard from offstage.
That must be them. Welcome, my friends.
It's been too long, Alifio. How are you?
She hugs him.
I'm well, and you?
Much better now that I'm out of that carriage. And how are my little girls?
She rushes to them and pulls them both into a tight hug.
Mama.
Mama, Papa, it's lovely to see you, but we have work to be done.
Too busy for your parents.
Oh, we're not that
Actually,
busy.
we are. But we'll find some time to talk later today.
Of course, dear.
Good to see you, Alifio.
Dario, how goes the army?
Never quite the same since you left.
No more human shields, you mean?
Why? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm teasing Dario. It's all water under the bridge.
Of course. Ooh, of course.
Where's Isidoro and Signori Donati?
Probably just running late. Oh, say hello to Gisela.
No, she's with her parents right now. I'll talk to her later.
Orsola!
He is.
Hello, Serafino.
Hi.
Oh, you've grown so much since the last time I saw you, Isidoro. How tall are you now?
Oh, I think it's just my boots. They're like...
Oh, no, he'll be taller than me by next year. No, I'm sure of it. He'll have hordes of women following him everywhere he goes. Isn't that right, son?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's going on? Go say hello to Brigida.
Father.
I was just sending this one the same way.
He's been quiet the whole journey here.
Did you tell him?
Yes. I wish he could understand what, all this will mean for him.
In te puri visitationes, Paolo, he will understand. It's simple logic.
I've been meaning to talk to you. I'm worried about how they will react.
We shouldn't talk about this here.
Everyone, this is my newest servant, Gustavo. He's only been here for 2 weeks, so forgive me if he isn't quite up to par.
It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Gustavo takes as many bags as he can carry and exits. He trips on the way out, but catches himself before he falls. Maliziosa holds their hand out to Brigida, and she hands them back the ukulele.
Would a thank you hurt anyone?
Please come inside, everyone.
Meet me in the garden after lunch.
You bet.
Lights up on Isidoro sitting on a bench in the manor's garden.
There you are.
Sorry, my mother needed to talk to me.
He hugs him.
I missed you so much.
I missed you too. Letters aren't enough.
But yours had me soaring.
You liked it? It was probably the sappiest thing I ever wrote you. Honestly, I can't believe I sent it. It was just...
Izzy. I loved it. Now, I had to hide it from my mother, so I don't have it anymore, but I memorized it.
What happened to it? Oh, Sarah.
It's okay. I was thinking maybe I could piece it back together, and then I would all
leave my shitty poetry to rest.
You're really not as bad as you think you are.
Here. It suits you.
Isidoro goes in to kiss him, but Serafino takes a step back.
Not here. Someone could see us.
They're all inside with Alifio. No one's here.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Serafino takes his face in his hands and kisses him. They back up onto the bench.
Do you know what day you go back to Venice?
It was going to be the 9th, but I have a feeling that might change.
Gotta get back to those hordes of women.
Shut up.
But really, why is that?
My father wants me to marry Brigitte.
What?
I thought it would be a phase like all the others, but he's been steadfast every time I brought it up.
Didn't Brigitte say once that she doesn't want anyone?
Yeah, but not with any of our parents around.
My mother wants me to marry Gisela.
Why would she want that? It goes against everything she stands for.
Well, you're telling me, but it seems like the smartest choice to her.
That's ridiculous. They must be up to something.
I can't think of a single thing my mother would gain from marrying me off to a servant girl. And it's not fair to Gisela either. She deserves someone who actually wants her. What are we going to do?
Why don't we tell Alifio about us? Our parents won't listen to us, but they'll listen to him.
You think so?
He'll know what to say better than we ever could.
I don't know. The thought of telling it scares me.
But it's Alifio. He would he would never reject us. I bet even if we were to go to jail, he would be the first person to bail us out.
I know, but back home, there are all these stories of people like us who tell and then they disappear. It happens all the time in Bologna, Izzy. Either the person they tell can't be trusted, or somebody else overhears, or...
Hey. I will always protect you. You're not going to disappear.
They kiss.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
Lights up on the kitchen. Maliziosa approaches Gustavo from behind and steals a cookie from the plate he's preparing.
Gisela, you won't believe what I just heard.
Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, I was just taking a stroll through the garden. Congratulations on your engagement, by the way.
What?
What are you talking about?
It seems that this visit is a ploy to give your hand to Isidoro. And you, my dear, appear to be promised to Serafino.
What? I can't marry him. We're friends.
Hold on. How do you even know this? You were spying on them?
Not on purpose. I was caught between a rock and a hard place. I didn't want them to notice me.
These people are our guests.
At least I left before things got out of hand.
But you stuck around just long enough to hear that our parents are marrying us off. I'm sure that's just a coincidence, right?
Maybe.
You little rat.
She starts moving toward them. Gisela steps in between before Brigida can get to them.
Brigida, it doesn't matter.
I would listen to her. She seems to know what she's talking about.
Are you absolutely sure you heard them right?
Oh, so now you're interested in the gossip?
Now the gossip involves me, Maliziosa.
Hold on. Maybe this isn't the worst thing that could happen.
What?
Maybe we could work something out with the boys. Be married in name, but single in life. We could go along with it and then go off and do our own things. At the very least, it could get us out of these aprons.
Oh, I'm afraid it doesn't stop there. Can you keep a secret?
Of course I can. You know me.
You bet.
They whisper something in Gisela's ear.
Isidoro and Serafino are in love?
Remind me not to tell you any more secrets.
There goes that idea.
Okay, I didn't realize it was like that. That's really bad. We have to do something.
There's nothing to be done, Gisela. Not if our parents have already agreed to it.
Well, why don't they just tell Paolo and Orsola? I'm sure they'll understand.
From what I heard, it sounds like the decisions are made. Telling may not be the way to go, but...
Oh, no. Not another one of your schemes.
Hear them out at least.
You want me to listen to them?
Go on, Mally. What were you going to say?
I bet that if Paolo and Orsola were to see how much their children love each other, that would be more than enough to change their minds.
And how would that happen if they're keeping it a secret?
Well, that, my dear, is where we come in.
Brigida steps in between them.
You mean that's where you come in? My sister and I will not be involved in your idiocy.
Speak for yourself, Brigida.
Maliziosa hides behind Gisela, looking at her over Gisela's shoulder.
Don't you want to help two poor star-crossed lovers?
And what if Alethea catches us sticking our noses where they don't belong? We could lose our jobs.
Alethea wouldn't do that, would he?
It's not worth the risk.
Oh, but think of the boys. They'd be so unhappy, and so would we. Brigitte, you don't want to marry Isidoro, do you?
I don't want to marry anyone.
So let's help them.
Fine.
What about you, Gustavo?
Me?
Would you like to help?
Oh, no. Too many chefs will ruin the soup.
Well, then it's a good thing we're not making soup. Come on, old man. I'm sure your experience would be of great help to us.
I don't have as much experience as you may think. I'm just a servant, I'm afraid.
Hey, there's no such thing as just a servant. There's no way Alethea could do everything we do by himself.
Thank you, but it's not my place to get involved. I hardly know these people, and I need to stay in Alethio's good graces.
Well, that's clearly gone out the window.
I've been meddling in people's affairs my whole life, practically.
I believe it.
And the most I've ever gotten is a punch in the mouth. If it's your job you're worried about, then worry no more. Alethio likes you.
He does?
Sure, he hired you, didn't he?
Oh, I think he was just taking pity on me. When we met, I was, begging in the streets.
No, he definitely likes you. He just doesn't know it yet.
I don't think he knows if he likes any of us.
I would like to help these boys. I mean, that's quite a situation they've got themselves in.
Then it sounds like we got ourselves a team.
So what's the plan?
I was hoping one of you would have one.
Unbelievable.
Hey now, we've plenty of time to figure something out. But we should figure something out soon.
I have to go sweep the foyer, but I'll think of something.
Wonderful. Thank you, dear.
Meliziotza, I want one thing to be perfectly clear. The very second things get out of hand, my sister and I are off this team.
Gisela is smarter than you think. You should give her more credit. What are you protecting her from?
The world isn't ready for her, and she certainly isn't ready for it.
Thanks for including me. Not many people do.
Anytime, old man.
Alethio is seen walking down a lavish hallway with his cane. The walls are covered in old paintings of distinguished-looking people, all wearing clothes similar to Alethio's. There's a decorative table with a simple vase of flowers on it off to the side.
Alethio.
There you are, boys. I was looking for you after lunch. I was hoping to get away from all the boring grown-up talk. Though I suppose the two of you are grown-ups yourselves now. Where does the time go?
Could we talk to you?
Of course. Is something the matter?
No. Well, not exactly. Forgive us. We're
a little nervous.
There's no need to be nervous. You boys know you can tell me anything. Are you sure nothing's wrong?
Yes, we're sure. There's nothing wrong with us, right, Seraph?
Right. Nothing wrong. We're in love.
Why, that's wonderful! Congratulations! How long have you known?
I feel I've known for years, as long as I can remember.
I'm so happy for you two.
That means so much to us, Alethio. You have no idea.
You're the only one who knows.
Really? I'm honored.
That's what we wanted to talk to you about. Our parents have promised us to Brigitte and Gisela.
What? Why would they do that?
No idea, but we can't convince them otherwise. We were wondering if you could put in a word.
They'd know more. I'll talk to them for you.
You will?
Of course I will. You know, you boys have always been like the sons I've never had. Your happiness matters to me more than anything, and I'm sure your parents will feel the same.
The boys hug him suddenly. Alethio returns the hug, but with some difficulty due to relying on his cane.
They're in their rooms to relax at the moment, but I'll try to speak to them later. Today, you have nothing to worry about.
Thank you so much, Alethio.
Really, thank you. We owe you.
You don't owe me a thing. I'll see you two later.
That was easier than I thought.
Let's just hope it works.
Oh, it was your idea. It better work.
Isidoro puts his hands on the back of Serafino's neck and kisses him on the forehead. Serafino wraps his arms around his waist.
Here, they won't find us in this open hallway.
Crap. Someone's coming.
Quick.
They dive under the table.
Shouldn't we go somewhere else to talk? One of the servants could overhear.
So you finally come up with a plan?
Indeed, we have. There is a witch named Mireia Zunino who lives in the woods not too far from here. With enough coin, she will be more than happy to help us.
A witch? Isn't there a more practical way to obtain poison?
In this part of Verona, there's no other way to get one that will work as well for our dear old friend. Once we...
Good afternoon, Dario!
What's going on over here? Are we gossiping?
Gossiping? No, of course not. We have no reason to be gossiping. Why, the mere suggestion of gossiping is that.
Liviana elbows him in the stomach.
Okay. What are we doing then?
Dario, I believe Serafino wanted to speak with you about becoming an officer.
Really? I wouldn't expect that from him.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Anyway, I was hoping you could speak to him about it. I believe he went into the garden after lunch.
Of course. I'd be happy to.
You know, I'm not sure how long he'll be there, so...
Oh! I will see you all later then. I'm gonna go.
Once we have the poison, Alfonso and I will go to the kitchen to see our daughters. Distracting them and the other servants will hardly be a trivial task. Then we add the poison to Alifio's food and throw the evidence off a bridge.
And how will you know which dish is Alifio's?
Brigida always marks every dish with the name of the guest.
And how fast-acting is the poison?
That is a question for Lady Zunino.
Yeah, and what?
Enough with these questions, Orsola. Do you not trust us?
I simply want to make sure you've planned for every contingency. One weak link and we'll all end up in jail.
Put your worries at rest, Orsola. My wife and I have discussed every detail.
And how soon will we inherit Alifio's wealth?
Oh, we'll host a charming double wedding for our children in, I'd say, 3 days after Alfonso and I have taken Alifio's place. Then we'll finally have the status we deserve, and the two of you will have your dowries. How does that sound?
Yeah, there's just one thing. I've been wondering how the boys will react when all of this happens before them. They've always liked Alifio quite a bit. I've been talking with Isidoro about his marriage, and he's as stubborn as ever. I worry they may try to fight back once the other shoe drops.
I see. Well, if you'd like, we can move the wedding to the night we take over. That way they won't have time to react.
Perfect.
I can't believe we haven't thought to do this sooner.
I thought the same. The children may not be happy with it.
Oh, but it's well worth the price.
We will meet by the stables at 5 o'clock to meet with the witch. Until then, treat Alifio with kindness before he's gone, dear friends.
Isidoro and Serafino come out from under the table.
God. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh my God. Is he?
Calm down.
Well, they can't do that to him.
I knew they were up to something. I just never thought it would be something like this. Alifio is one of my father's closest friends.
Well, clearly not anymore.
Please calm down.
Oh, to think that they're doing all of this for money? I can't believe it.
I know. Fuck.
What are we going to do? My mother definitely won't listen to Alifio if she's planning to kill him.
It was always about the money.
wasn't it? My father hardly cares for anything else.
Oh, our parents are murderers and they're using us. What are we gonna do?
I don't think there's anything we can
No,
do.
no. We can't let this happen.
How do we protect Alifio from our own parents?
Dario.
Back in the kitchen, Maliziosa is sitting on the table. Gustavo is sitting on the floor at the foot of the table sleeping. Brigida takes a wooden spoon and hits them over the head with it.
Ow! What was that for?
Don't you have work to do?
Sometimes I finish my work early.
And then you like to sit on the table with your muddy boots like a child?
I don't see any mud, do you?
Come on now, off the table. What am I, your mother?
Eerily similar, yes. Still hurts, by the way.
Oh, stop whining. I'll have Orsola take a look at you. I think you'll survive. And what's your excuse?
I was taking a rest. Am I loud?
You're supposed to be.
No, Brigida, it was my fault. It was my tune that put him to sleep.
I would have destroyed that old thing years ago if you didn't guard it all the time.
Oh, that's really too bad, isn't it? Where's that sister of yours?
She comes up behind them and taps them on the shoulder.
Here I am, Mally.
Oh, speak of the angel.
I've got an idea.
Do you now? Well, let's hear it.
I'm going to lure Serafino and Isidoro into the ballroom where you'll be hiding behind one of the pillars. Meanwhile, you two will bring Mama and Papa with Paolo and Orsola to the mezzanine. Mally will start playing a tune, the boys will dance, and our parents will finally see how wrong they were in not respecting our wishes.
You're a genius. I expect nothing less.
How do we know this will work?
How could it not? If they love their children, then they have to do what will make them happy.
I think if they cared about that, then this wouldn't be an issue in the first place.
I say it's worth a try.
You're still afraid of getting in trouble?
It's not myself I'm afraid for.
Well, I'm not afraid.
Fine.
Tonight before dinner?
Fine with me.
What song shall I play, Gisela?
Oh, the new one you were playing for me earlier. Does it have lyrics yet?
No, but it will before tonight.
Perfect. Oh, I'm so excited. Come with me. Gustavo, I need help with the library.
Thanks again.
Liviana, Alfonso, Orsola, and Paolo all enter a large and dark forest. There is an old-looking wood cabin surrounded by trees with a garden full of flowers and various herbs.
This is the house?
I believe so.
Alfonso approaches the house and knocks on the door.
Can I help you?
Good evening, friend. We're here to buy a poison.
Oh, and what kind would you like?
Something tasteless that will work instantly.
May I ask what this will be used for?
My husband and I are looking to take what we deserve from a certain Lord Alifio, and we thought we would help some friends of ours in the process.
I see. One moment, please.
She goes into the house and closes the door.
If I didn't know you like I do, Liviana, I'd say it sounds like you've done all this before.
Would it really surprise you?
Paolo playfully elbows Alfonso.
I'd watch my back if I were you.
She doesn't seem very willing to help.
I'm sure that will change once she receives her payment. Speaking of...
What? Well, I'm not paying for this.
I think you will. Have you forgotten how we will be reimbursing you?
But
because I believe you owe us something for this favor, don't you? Shouldn't everyone do their part?
No, but I was never told that my part
Yeah, well,
involves.
you're being told now.
No li come veri, Paolo. I'm sure it won't cost that much.
You realize none of us understand what you just said, correct?
This woman.
Quiet! She's coming back.
Here you are. This should do the trick.
Perfect. How much?
Oh, no, a gift such as this has no price.
What?
Looks like I've paid my debt, Alfonso.
How fast acting is the poison?
Oh, fast enough. Fast enough.
You stingy shit.
Thank you ever so much, dear friend.
Of course, of course. Good luck with your treason.
What was that?
Oh, nothing.
She slams the door.
Huh. Well, we better get back before someone notices.
We should test this on something.
Oh, would you like to try it?
No, but it was free. What if she's tricking us?
Come now, Ursula. There's no reason why she would do that.
Ursula opens the vial and takes a sniff.
It doesn't smell like anything.
Probably to disguise it.
I suppose that makes sense.
Dario is seen walking down the hallway.
Dario.
Oh, how are you boys?
We need your help. It's urgent.
Oh, yeah, of course. What's the matter?
You seriously can't tell anyone. If word about this spreads, people could get hurt.
Oh, of course. I won't say a word.
Our parents and Liviana and Alfonso are planning to kill Alifio.
What? Are you sure?
We overheard them conspiring earlier today. They're planning on poisoning him.
Oh, that's what they were talking about. You know, I thought it was suspicious that they were. Sorry. Well, we have to do something. Call the city guard.
You're the captain. Why do you think we came to you?
Oh.
We know they're going to try something tonight. We need you to protect him.
Protect him?
Whatever you need to do, just make sure he stays away from our parents, at least until dinner.
And then what?
I don't know, but I trust you more than anyone right now. Oh, of course, I almost forgot Alifio.
I want to help, but I'm not sure if I can.
What do you mean?
Well, these people are my friends. Like, what if...
Alifio needs you, Dario. He's in danger, and he doesn't even know it.
You're not scared, are you?
No!
What's the problem then?
There he is. No problem. I'll take care of them. Just no problem at all.
Hold on. Take care of? We just need you to protect Alifio. We don't want anyone getting hurt.
Right. Of course. Still, no problem.
Dario, Alifio helped you long ago. Don't you at least owe him that much?
Okay. You're right. I'll do the best I can. Now, you boys made the right decision here, but I wonder if calling the city guard would help? I would need some people to assist me with taking care of, not taking care of.
Dario, you know our parents. They would just sweet talk the police and probably pin it on the new servant. What's his name? Gasparo?
I think so.
Okay. I'll do my best. I won't let you down.
Thank you, Dario.
Your mother was making that up about you wanting to be an officer, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
God, imagine you as an officer? Yeah, no, I can't imagine that.
Did you see how nervous he was? Maybe this wasn't the best idea.
I'm sure he'll pull through. What did you mean when you said he owed Alifio?
You don't know?
No. Did something happen?
Well, it was years ago. My mother told me about it. They fought in the war together. Dario was Alifio's captain. He saw Dario was about to be attacked, so he pushed him out of the way. Saved his life. That's why Alifio walks with a cane now.
Really? How could I not have known that?
My mother was a nurse at the time. She treated Alifio. That's how they met. Ironic, isn't it?
My father met them all soon after that, I think. How come he never told me? I assumed Alifio was born that way, so I never asked.
What your father thinks is far beyond what either of us could ever come up with.
I suppose so. Is it bad that I can't wait to get rid of him?
No, not at all. I can't wait to be rid of my mother.
I don't know. I feel like that's the easy way out, to just say goodbye and never see him again. I'll never forgive him what he's planning on doing to Alifio, but I do care about him. I want him to meet me halfway. I want him to at least try and have some kind of relationship with me.
Izzy, your father loves you.
I'm not so sure about that.
Serafino hugs him.
My mother's the same way. It's damn near impossible to get through to her. And you rarely see it here, but she can be so scary sometimes when we're at home. But I know she wouldn't be putting in all this effort if she didn't care at all.
No, that's the thing. I believe my father likes me, but this just proves that all they want is to control us. You heard what he said. It's well worth the price. Our parents would trade us for enough money at the drop of a hat. He likes me, but I just know he doesn't love me.
Yeah, that's it.
But that's all gonna be fixed soon, right?
Right. Dario will fend them off. They'll see how wrong they were, and you and I will be honeymooning in Rome before they know it.
Ah, fuck Rome. My father drags me there on business trips all the time. I want to go to Paris.
Izzy, my French is horrible. You know that.
I will teach you, mon amour.
They lean in for a kiss.
Hello, boys.
Gisela!
I feel like I haven't seen the two of you since you arrived. We really need to catch up.
Right. Of course.
Oh, that reminds me. There's something I want to show you. Come with me.
Sure.
You two are going to love this.
Gustavo and Brigida are seen preparing plates of food in the kitchen.
Brigida, could I ask you something?
Go ahead.
I don't mean to pry, but I didn't realize your parents were friends of Alifio. How did you and Gisela end up becoming servants?
My parents aren't as rich as they seem. My mother was disinherited by her parents. Long story. So I needed to get a job to help them out pretty quick. Alifio was kind enough to let Gisela and I stay here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. I love it here.
Mert, really?
Yeah.
Well, you seem stressed all the time.
I work with Meliziota Arlotti.
Ah, they aren't that bad, are they?
No, they just drive me up a wall sometimes.
Where do they even come from?
Beats me. I wouldn't be surprised if they just appeared out of nothing in the middle of the woods one day.
Right. Hmm. I don't want you to think I'm assuming anything. I just thought when Gisela mentioned you getting married could get you a better life,
Even if I did want to marry a man, I wouldn't want my parents to have nothing to do with it. I'm sorry. It's just, they try to control everything in our lives. They think they deserve everything. And me having this job is the one thing they can't control. That's why Melitsiotsa better not ruin this for me.
No, I understand.
You're a good man. I'm sorry about before.
No worries. You know, I was thinking, what if Isidoro and Serafino don't dance? I mean, when I hear music, I don't immediately start dancing.
Neither do I. Though, I suppose it's probably different when you're in love.
Oh, you suppose?
Well, I wouldn't know. Last time a man asked me to dance, he went home with a bloody nose. Would you?
I should, seeing that I was married, but it was short-lived. No woman, no music rather, would ever get me to dance with her.
Have you got time for your parents now, Brigitte?
Actually, I was looking for you two.
Alfonso throws an arm around her and brings her forward a little while Liviana looks at the dishes behind her.
Why don't you and your sister visit us every now and again? We miss you, you know.
Well, we can't leave Melitsiotsa and Gustavo on their own. The place would fall apart.
You have your mother's sense of humor.
I wasn't joking.
Do you need any help, Senora?
No. I saw how you handled our luggage this morning.
Oh, of course. My apologies.
So, what's new? Besides this gentleman, of course. Alfonso Ercole Kaito.
Gustavo Farro.
Where do you come from, friend?
Mama, what are you doing?
What? I'm just standing here.
I'm from Verona.
Lovely place, lovely place. Any children?
Oh, no, not me.
Well, I hope my girls haven't been too much of a handful, on top of taking care of this place.
Oh, it's more the other way around, sir.
Mama, Papa, we have to set the table now. But then I want to show you something. Will you wait here?
Of course, dear.
Brigitte, should we take the food with us?
No, we can do a second trip. It's easier that way.
You haven't done it yet?
No, that clumsy fool was watching the whole time.
I'm sure he wouldn't have noticed if you splashed it in his face.
Liviana opens the vial and is about to pour the contents.
Wait, let's be sure we've got this right.
It says Alifio right here, unless someone has changed their name recently.
Hey, you never know.
Liviana double checks all the labels.
Yes, this is the only Alifio we know. Let's not waste any more time, shall we?
Of course.
She pours the vial over the food.
I can picture it now. Lord Alfonso and Lady Liviana.
Our girls won't be sweeping floors anymore.
Oh, I'll see to it they never lift a finger again. They'll have maids for their maids. And you, my lady, will have maids for your maids' maids.
They kiss. Maliziosa is seen standing with their ukulele behind a pillar in an immaculate and large ballroom with marble floors and velvet curtains. An elegant staircase leads up to a mezzanine.
Here we are.
You wanted to show us the ballroom?
You do know that we've been here before, right?
Oh, I know. That isn't the surprise.
Where's that coming from?
Surprise!
Watching and waiting, slowly but
but surely daylight is fading, and now you're mine only.
May I have this Isidore?
I don't speak French, remember? Only if I can.
They do a simple, slow dance across the floor, slipping up here and there as Maliziosa continues to sing. Serafino rests his head on Isidoro's chest.
But in this clearly crystal moon, all I see, my darling, is you.
Brigida enters the mezzanine, followed by Alfonso, Liviana, Paolo, Orsola, and Gustavo.
What was it you wanted to show us?
We sleep in the shadows, we play in the dark, but someday I know that the waters will part.
What is the meaning of this?
You'll ruin everything. You'll have to do something.
Standing beside you where I'll always be, holding your hand as the lions chase me. But one thing, my darling, I can promise you.
You can't come in here, Alifio!
Oh, enough! What are you doing?
The boys quickly break away.
So this is where you all have been hiding. I've been waiting to speak with you, you know. I couldn't seem to find you all day. Meanwhile, this one's been beside me all this time. Well, does someone want to explain to me what's going on?
Sir, it was Meliziozza's fault. They came in here and
It's a long story, I can tell. Is dinner ready?
Yes, sir. It's on the table.
Well then, let's go before it gets cold, shall we?
They all enter an elegant dining hall decorated very similarly to the ballroom. A long dark wood dining table sits center stage with a plate of food at each seat. Alifio takes his place at the end of the table. The servants stand dormant behind the table in a line. Paolo and Liviana sit on one side of Alifio while Orsola and Alfonso sit on the other.
Go on. Have a seat.
Alfonso, Ursula, could you possibly move down one?
What?
Well, it's been so long since Alifio and I have truly spoken, and I just think...
Dario, you've been following me around all afternoon.
Right. I forgot.
He sits down on the other end of the table.
Well, boys?
Serafino.
Would you two like to sit next to me?
Now, Isidoro, this is immature.
There's no problem with them wanting what they want.
The four of them get up and move down a seat. Isidoro and Serafino sit silently between their parents and Alifio.
That's much better, don't you think? Melissa,
Yes, sir?
I know you have that thing on you. How about a song?
Gladly, sir.
Isidoro Pierre Donati and Serafino Vittori Moda, who are growing up before our very eyes.
Alifio, how is Bianca?
She's well. She was here last week.
Oh, so I just missed her. I haven't seen her in so long. Is she still working with Augustina?
She is.
Oh.
May I eat my dinner, Dario?
Dario, let the man eat in his own house, won't you? Semper Inoco.
I know what that means.
Right. I'm sorry, Alifio.
How is it, Alifio?
It's delicious.
Oh. I'm so glad to hear it.
Liviana, shouldn't something be happening?
Whatever do you mean?
Well, I thought that
What do you mean, mother?
Serafino,
Go on. Tell her what you mean.
your dinner, Serafino.
I think I'd like to know as well.
What she means is that we should have another song.
Yes, that's what I meant.
You're there. Mallory or whatever your name is. Play us another song, won't you?
That's not my name.
I don't believe that's what she meant, actually. Do you two know?
I have an idea.
Don't you dare.
Isidoro stands up. Serafino stands as well.
Alifio, earlier today we heard our parents planning to poison you.
What?
Is this true? Have my own friends conspired to kill me?
Indeed.
I'd like it to be known, Alifio, that I had no part in this evil plot. These brave young men enlisted my help to get the guard.
I know, Dario. I caught on.
Well, I suppose there's no point in fighting it now.
She stands, as do the rest of the parents. The servants come forward.
Mama, Papa, how could you?
We did it for you. And for you boys as well.
For us.
Liviana and I were going to take this old man's place.
You are 13 years older than me.
Not the point.
Yeah, the point is that you have been sitting on your throne and flaunting your wealth for far too long.
Meanwhile, we have merely been your friends, deserving much more.
Our children deserve more.
The plan was to marry our daughters to Isidoro and Serafino once we had your title. That way we could all get what we deserve.
Take my place? What makes you think that you would?
We've seen those paintings in the halls. Every Magnifico that came before you. You practically came upon this wealth overnight. The idea of it was sitting right in front of our faces.
What kind of mad idiot?
Careful now.
We never asked for more.
You were happy.
You were complacent, Serafino.
Living comfortably in a world that would never recognize you when a better life was within your reach.
What else were we to do?
Maybe we liked that life.
And we all know you did this for money. You don't care about us at all.
Do you really think all money is all that matters to me?
Yes.
Do you not hear us, Isidoro?
Oh, we heard you.
Loud and clear. You never asked us what we think.
And if you had, do you think this is what we would have wanted?
Imagine how happy you could have been.
We are happy. I actually enjoy being a servant. I enjoy the work. It's good pay. This house is beautiful. I love getting to be with my sister every day. I love all of you.
Oh.
Alifio's done nothing to you.
Exactly. There were times when we let our grievances be known. And what did this man do?
You never asked for charity. He hired your daughters. What more did you expect?
They expected us to be their little puppets.
To live our lives by their rules.
Well, I'm done being afraid of you.
I'm done waiting for you to love me.
I'm done wearing a mask.
Isidoro.
Darling, you...
Sometimes I wonder if you had a kid just because you wanted someone to boss around.
Serafino!
All this shit you give me for a better life? Are you goddamn kidding me?
No, I never
What
thought...
if the person I want to spend the rest of my life with is him? Fuck. I am so sorry. Seraph, I'm so sorry.
He falls to his knees. Serafino rushes to him, kneels down beside him, and hugs him.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
Isidoro.
He puts his hand on his shoulder. Isidoro smacks it away and holds Serafino tighter.
the fuck away from me, you monster!
He buries his head in Serafino's shoulder.
If I may.
He stands up and slowly makes his way over to the boys, standing over them.
I've known you all for 18 years. I owe you all my life. I know I don't speak of it often, but if you all hadn't been there for me after the war, I would have lost everything. Your support lifted me up and pushed away my loneliness and fear, but you don't feel the same, do you? All those hours at my bedside while I was recovering, was any of that true affection? Were you trying to get into my good graces to use me even then? How many of those 18 years were just an act? Well?
Alifio, we meant it then.
But you don't mean it now. Do you really think you could have never asked me when you needed help? I would have been happy to loan you money if you hadn't simply asked. After all, what are friends for? Or is it the fault with me? Did I somehow play a part in this? Because if I ever had come across to you as selfish or as though I was not grateful for my luck and all you have given me, then I sincerely apologize. That was never my intention. Am I right in assuming that is why you have all turned against me? I hope you know that does not excuse this. It makes sense, but it does not excuse this. I don't care much for myself, and you have hurt me deeply, but I am not the true victims here. To drag your children into this without so much as listening to what they have to say, that is what cannot be excused. Alfonso, Liviana, your girls have done so much more for this house, and I admit, I haven't shown them the appreciation they deserve for what they do as much as I should. I find it amazing that 4 servants is all that I need to keep this place maintained. This is a miracle. Gustavo, Meliciosa, Brigitte, Gisela, you are miracles.
The servants all put their arms around each other.
As for the 2 of you, I understand wanting your children to have security in their adult lives. But how can they ever be secure without happiness? Without love? Who are you to define what happiness is or is not? If they lived in this house, they would be comfortable, yes. But by being comfortable is not the same as being happy. You could have nothing but the clothes on your back and be the happiest person on earth. You could have every ounce of gold in the world, but be filled with nothing but misery. I hope you see now that what these boys need more than anything is each other. And if you love them, you will not dare to stand in the way of that.
He slowly and with much difficulty kneels down beside them, placing his cane off to the side and putting a hand on each of their shoulders.
Boys, you have nothing to be afraid of.
He uses his cane to stand himself up. He offers Serafino his hand, who takes it. He helps him to his feet. He then does the same with Isidoro. He then takes Serafino's hand and drops his cane to take Isidoro's with his other. Isidoro quickly grabs Alifio's shoulder to help support him as he tips forward a little. Alifio puts Isidoro's hand in Serafino's, takes a step back, and leans against the table for support. The boys kiss.
Mother, I'm not going to disappear.
You can't erase me.
Son, the last thing I ever wanted was for you to fear me. I had no idea. I guess a part of me has always suspected that you liked men, and I wanted to prepare you for a world that wouldn't be kind to you. That was what made sense to me. I had seen it happen to others around me when I was your age, but in doing that, I added to that horridness. But I never meant to scare you. You have so much light within you, and all I want is for you to be brave enough to set the world on fire with it. I'm sorry I made you think I was an adversary. I'm sorry you ever thought you had to hide from me. done?
Serafino hugs her. She hugs him back.
Thank you, Mother.
Isidoro, I guess I was so wrapped up in what made me happy that I didn't think about what made you happy. I figured we would be one and the same. I thought you are my flesh and blood. How could you not turn out like me? Want the things I want. But I suppose, it's good. You didn't end up like me. You're not greedy or absent-minded. You're nothing like me. I know I can be intense most of the time. But if you thought for even a moment that I don't have all the love in the world for you, then I've failed as a parent. Isadora, I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but for what it's worth, I'm so sorry.
Father, I really don't know what to say.
That's all right.
Let me tell you something. If this has actually worked, you never would have seen me again.
I understand. I am more than willing to do whatever I can to make you stay.
He takes a step toward him and opens his arms for a hug. Isidoro steps into it and hugs him back.
I love you.
Shit, that's all I wanted to hear.
Paolo offers him his handkerchief.
Do we get speeches too?
Look at them, Alfonso. Look how happy they are.
Yes, very happy.
Our little miracles. It was wrong of us to see you as anything else.
The four of them hug.
And Alifio, let all the blame rest with us. It was our plan. It was foolish to think that you had stopped being a friend to us.
We were jealous, to put it simply. And we lied to ourselves to try and twist you into the villain, to clear our own consciences.
Thank you. That makes me feel much better. But I meant what I said. We all played a part in this. Gustavo.
Yes, sir.
Pass me my cane, would you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And please, call me Alifio.
We have quite the amount of catching up to do, don't we? Now, I can't promise I'll understand all of this right away, but know that I love you no matter who you are. Be patient with me, will you?
Of course. Well, let's start this dinner over, shall we?
You read my mind, Dario. You four, pull up some chairs. Get yourself some plates. Tonight is for celebration.
Alifio and the parents settle back into their seats. Isidoro and Serafino stand on the other side of the stage holding each other. Brigida taps Maliziosa's shoulder.
Hey. I'm sorry for throwing you under the bridge back there.
I understand. No harm done.
And I'm sorry for calling you a rat.
That's okay, Brigida.
And I'm sorry for
Oh,
taking
you're not done.
And I'm sorry for always assuming you're the one to blame. I'm sorry for misgendering you so often when we first met. And oh, I'm sorry for that one time when you did your impression of me. It was actually really funny and I called it stupid, and I'm sorry.
Brigida.
They put their hands on her shoulders.
It's okay.
They pat her on the back as they exit together.
Paris or Rome? I'll leave it up to you.
Well, what do you say we wait a year or two? We're only 18. Let's go see the whole world together, or as much of it as we can. And we just get to experience everything. Then we'll call We'll come home and we'll just go wherever we like best.
That sounds perfect.
I love you so much.
I love you more.
Oh, don't play that game with me.
The servants return with chairs and plates for themselves and sit themselves down at the table. Isidoro and Serafino return to their seats as well.
Just have one question. Why didn't the poison work?
May I see it?
Liviana hands her the vial. She opens it and pours a little of it into her hand.
Mama, this is water.
What?
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's water.
Damn it.
At least it was free.
I knew that witch was tricking us.
Which? You didn't go to Maria Zunino, did you?
We did.
I helped that woman start her apothecary. Oh. Now, I made the first toast. Who would like to do it this time?
May I?
By all means.
They stand.
To all of us, every inch of us, to all our fears, our dreams, our past, our present, and our future to come, to our frowns and our smiles, to the light shining within us all, to our friends, to our family, to every single moment spent together, to love.